Game 1 of the 2023 Commissioner's Cup postseason is just around the corner, and I'm here with the head coach and general manager of the Danbury Hat Tricks, Billy McCreary. And Billy, first, a warm congratulations on an incredible regular season. Just wanted to get your thoughts and reactions as the regular season has now come to its conclusion.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great season for us, and I don't know if you can really draw it up any better than it went. So we're pleased with where we are right now, but the regular season is just a warm-up for the real season, and that's where we are now. So, it's behind us here. We've got to turn our attention forward to Elmira this weekend, and I know the boys have been waiting for this for a long time, so they're excited and ready to go.
And among the guys who took a big step as far as their performances across the year, and will be expected to make another big jump in their performance, at the head of that table has been Brian Wilson all season, who set the Fed's record for most wins in a season by goaltending. What were the jumps that he made and the adjustments that he made from last season to this year, and then what are you expecting, and what's the word to him for specifically for him on his goaltending side of things heading into the playoffs?
I think with Willie, it went back to last year, and he had a good rookie season for us, but he wanted more, and we wanted to help him achieve that, and we really believe in who he is as a person, as an athlete, and to his credit, he put the work in over the off season. He's really focused on elevating his game, mentally and physically, and it's really showed here this year. He's been the backbone for us. He's been stoic back there, and we're a team where, listen, we get a little passionate at times, a little over passionate, a little over emotional, and Willie's always been there to bail us out. So we're going to really rely on him throughout the next few weeks, and it's been a great season for him. It's been a great season for us, and we just want to keep that going here for the next month.
And in front of them, on the forward side of things, you settled into a top line that's really grown some real chemistry together in Gordy and Johnny, who've been together and playing together for a good long while now. And Daniel McKittrick gets that opposite spot. What went into trying to figure out that spot? Because it's a natural pairing to have Johnny and Gordy together. What goes into that process for trying to fill out that other spot on that top line?
Yeah, well, Johnny's so offensively dynamic, and Gordy is, Mr. Reliable all over the ice. He's just a complete 200-foot player, and unfortunately, you don't see those guys' names on awards, on individual awards, but he does everything for us. He can win draws, he blocks shots, he's a power play guy, a PK guy, 5-on-5 stalwart. He can chip in offensively and drive our top line. So he's really the glue on that line. And then, Tricky is a guy that brings a ton of speed, a ton of skill. He's a natural competitor, and he sees the game very similar to those guys. He's got an offensive mind, and, he competes all over the ice. So, those three have kind of just naturally come together here for us, and it's been a great trio.
And the rookie, Michael Marchesson, who's filled in and has been a wonderful pickup since getting him from Binghamton. What kind of presence does he bring, especially at his size of 6'4", 6'5", maybe?
Yeah, I mean, as of late, he's been playing 6'6", so hopefully we can keep that going for him. And he does a great job of just using his body and winning pucks and winning physical battles, and winning the ice at the net front and really commanding that area is huge for us. I think our power play really struggled in the beginning of the year because we didn't have anybody that was really committed to getting that area. And Marchie committed to being that guy for us, and it's really paid off for him. It's paid off for us. And like you said, he's another rookie, much like Tricky, that's having a lot of success for us here this year.
And on the blue line, you guys have settled into a pretty consistent and pretty stable group of guys, with Jared Yao among them, who's come in and has been a real big point producer, and Kyle Gonzalez, who veteran guy and a pretty stable guy. But that was one of the concerns at the start of the season, was there was going to be a lot of youth on the blue line, and yet it's turned out to be a pretty strong and pretty reliable blue line unit headed by a stabilizing presence in Gonzalez, but a lot of youth in Johnny McDonald and Jared Yao among them.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you got McDonald, you got Yao, you got Dowler, you got Pamelayan. I think if you throw ZP in our D core, I want to say we have 5 out of 7 that are rookies.
Wow.
And it's pretty amazing to see what they've done. And these guys have been here all year, right? We haven't been a team that's really brought in a ton of guys or made a lot of trades. Our roster's really been our roster all year, and we've made some adjustments as we go. But those 7D have been here all year for the most part, and really driving a first place team. So it's great to see, because the game is going towards speed and skill, which does drive towards the youth, and those guys have really been good drivers for us here this year, and we're definitely going to rely on them here in the postseason.
And let's talk about some of the more grizzled guys, because there are some people like Riley Robertson, who's part of a championship team last year, Daniel Amesbury, who's been part of a championship at the SPHL, Frankie McClendon, who's part of a championship in Carolina. What's that benefit of having guys who've been there, done that, have gone through the playoffs? You won a championship as well, so what's that mean to have that sort of experience and know-how going into the playoffs?
Yeah, you certainly need to have those guys that have the understanding of what's ahead of us, right? And the rookies on our team have done a really good job here this year, but postseason hockey is different than regular season hockey, and guys that have been through that and have been successful within that, whether it be at the SPHL level, the Federal League level, championships are hard to come by. And it's funny, I was laughing with my dad there last weekend in in Port Huron. He played for like 30 years and he never won a championship at any level, and I've been very fortunate to be in this game, and won a championship as a player in the SPHL, won a championship as a player in the Federal League, and to kind of look back and really understand how important those moments are. Just want to make sure that myself and the other guys that have kind of been through it here, are able to communicate and prepare our young team for what's to come, because it is very exciting times and they're also hard times, but this is a group that's really done everything together here this year, so we're going to certainly rely on that again here in the postseason.
Now let's talk about the opponent, the Elmira Mammoth, a team that you've played a lot this season, 10 times throughout the course of the season. They have a couple of guys who were on this team a little bit earlier on in the season. So what are the challenges that Elmira brings for a first-round playoff opponent?
Well, listen, they're a scrappy team, and they got nothing to lose here, so they're going to give everything they have, and we're going to have to compete with their work ethic, their tenacity, and if we can match that and better it, I believe that we have the smarter team, we have the more physical team, we have a team that's really geared towards this playoff run here. So as long as we come with our work boots on and the right mentality, we should be able to have some success here against a good, scrappy, young Elmira team. And like you said, they've got a few guys that were here, and we know those guys, and Mock and Richards, and those are good hockey players. They're even better young men, and we're going to have to really do a job against them to make sure that they don't have the success that they're looking to have. So if we have the right mentality, we should be just fine.
Game 1 of the playoffs will be on Friday in Elmira at First Arena. Coach McCreary, thanks for coming on. Good luck to you.
Appreciate you.